Now we can begin. So with a big round of applause, let's welcome our first presenter, Beep. Beep.
Hello, everyone. So, meet Max. As a product manager, he spends around 60 hours every month on team communication. Often to explain visual tasks, he had to use screenshots, screen recordings, or long text messages. For example, if he wants to ask developers to do some changes on the site, he would have to make a screenshot, add notes, arrows, save it as an image, open the chat, and then send it to the developer. Or he had to record a really long video screen recording, or send a really long text message. Now, none of these options are fast, effective, and organized. And that's exactly why we create our browser extension called Beep. With Beep, whenever you're on any site on the web, you can click anywhere on the screen. As soon as you click, a comment box will pop up. There you can write instructions and tag your teammates. For example, I want to ask Susan if she can give me some other options for this title. As soon as I click send, Susan will get a notification in her browser. And when she clicks on that, she will say exactly on which site I tagged her, what I told her to do, and where exactly on the screen. In other words, Beep puts screenshots in the past. In fact, according to our research, it's 3 to 4 times faster than other alternatives. Now, there are also 2 other early-stage startups that are doing something similar, but while they're focused on helping companies to create notes and report bugs on the company's own website, Beep is focused on workplace productivity and allows teams to create notes on any site on the web and cross-communicate with each other. We're also launching this week our admin panel, which means that every time someone creates a comment anywhere on the web, it will also be added as a task automatically on a management platform. And like this, each task will also have its own visual representation on the web. In other words, we're building the future web communication and collaboration for teams. Now, you probably wonder, how do we make money? Well, for the starters, we have a free plan. But we also have a few premium plans where the cheapest one starts for $19 per month per team. And we launched our public beta a little bit more than 3 months ago. We currently have 220 weekly active corporate users, most of them which we acquired organically. Most of them are located in European, North American, and South Asian markets. We also have 2 paying teams, and we have 30 teams that are currently in our pipeline. Now, we are currently raising $160K, which is going to be used for OpEx, research and development, and sales and marketing. This will be enough for us for the next 12 months. And with that, we will achieve 7,000 teams on Beep. And with 14% conversion rate, that will bring us to 1,000 paying teams and $547,000 ARR. To make this magic happen, it all started with me a year ago. When I quit my job after working 10 years as a UX/UI designer, I learned how to code and create the first version of Beep. A little bit later, Marina, who is a well-talented designer from Ukraine, joined us. Roberta from Portugal, who is also an experienced marketer, and Abbas from Azerbaijan, I'm also from Azerbaijan, also joined us. We are Beep. We are building the future of communication collaboration for teams, and we believe that we will disrupt the team communication forever. Thank you.
Thank you, Farid. Question time.
All right. Thanks a lot for the pitch. Great pitch on time, and for sure it was smooth, and congrats on that. So the question is about this audience, let's say. You're mentioning that you have 200 test users. But
weekly corporate active users.
Yeah, so that's my main question. You're saying corporate.
Yes.
And in the meantime, in the corporate is users, right? So
yes.
Using. So the question is about this. As your pricing is 19 euros and you're targeting corporates, that's typically the sales cycle is super long to enter in corporates. Do you see this as an autonomous team somehow making a decision to make it fast? Because your pricing model and the target is super challenging to find a pace here.
Okay. So the marketing that has worked for us currently and what we're currently doing is we are taking a bottom-to-top approach. So what we're doing, we actually, instead of going to CEOs and after general managers, we go actually after employees first. So we are attracting product managers, designers, developers first. And what we have seen is that when we attract them, we actually seen that once we get one user from one company, they go and invite their colleagues. So for example, we get one developer, they invite their colleagues, designers, and developers. And like this, we actually get the team. Because they start using Beep, and once they reach the limit of comments that they can send, they have to upgrade. So that's our current strategy. We go from bottom to top. And this has been working well for us, especially for organic marketing.
And how long does it take now, even for test users, to approach corporates so they actually start using this?
Well, we have actually seen that as soon as someone registers from a company, they would invite usually their colleagues within 2-3 days, because the thing is that they test it first, and if they like it, then just invite their colleagues. And we have actually made it so that you can use BIP with your colleagues, even if your colleagues are not registered. You can just share links with them of comments, and they will say exactly where you left the comment. Or you can also invite them and use together. So I made it very easy for teams to get onboarded.
Great questions, but we are out of time. So once again, a round of applause for our first speaker.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
If anyone has more questions, I would like to talk after that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, the jury has to be quick also, as you know before. Great. By the way, all the startups in the line, you should be getting ready with the microphones at the end of this room. So SoFinX, WatchBuilt, and others, you should already be going there. And next on stage is Medless. So a round of applause for our startup.
So I hope you don't know, but curing some diseases is becoming very, very expensive. And those drug prices are rising high, each year actually. Here are some couple examples of very popular drugs actually. And you can see it's only one dose and you need a lot of them. What is even more ridiculous is that drug shortages are very often for these drugs. You're not even able to buy them. That's why a lot of people just flying around the world and searching to buy the drugs. And this market is growing by 25% per year. But we found a totally new, innovative way to buy drugs online. With our platform, we are sourcing countries that are able to import drugs for personal use, like UK, like Argentina, Brazil, and there's more. Those countries are growing. And we're connecting with countries that are able to export worldwide, and like India, Turkey, etc. With this, some markets has cheaper branded drugs. In some markets, the patents are over, and you can buy generic drugs, which are 10 times cheaper. In some countries, there are innovative drugs. They are not yet available in your market, and the doctors are prescribing still those drugs. So this is how we are trying to disrupt this very harsh market, actually, the pharma market, by bringing a much cheaper versions, alternatives, with unlimited stock, basically. So the market size is obviously huge, even for these specialized, expensive drugs. And the margins are enormous, you can imagine. This is a pharmaceutical industry. So competition is fierce in local, in physical domain. But in this digital global domain, we are basically the first ones paving way and building this business case. The team is very experienced. I myself, I've been doing startups for 20 years. There are very experienced pharma people here, 10 plus years, on government side, legal side, and the commercial side. So just in the last 12 months, we just launched the platform. We built it and launched it. We build this legal case with the best legal firms here in the region. We have legal opinion from #1 firm. We have boarded first supplier, which has already hundreds SKUs. We have test orders in Lithuania and UK and went very fluently, like 5 days. So we're just searching for a very small pre-seed round to go to UK market, and we're searching for some key, maybe UK market people, just to helping in this market. It's in our first test market and starting to do some sales. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now the questions.
Yeah, I have a legal question. How do you ensure the licensing process is not breached?
So basically, the legislation sounds in simple terms like that. If you buy drugs abroad from a third-party country, you are into its own legislation system. So, for example, you're a Lithuanian and buying drugs from India, let's say. So what matters here is the legal Indian law. And so you're able to buy something is legal in India, but for example, not legal in Lithuania. And this is led by legislation. Actually, it's pretty new legislation system is coming, and it's growing, actually. There's even EU directive on letting people buy drugs abroad from third-party countries.
Okay, so you are sure that those sellers will not be in breach of this?
Yeah, for sure. For sure, the seller must be a licensed supplier. We are having like a third-party checks of those licenses, etc. So all of the Medless platform suppliers must be licensed and provide good quality medicine, for sure.
Does this work with state reimbursed drugs as well?
Which with drugs?
So some of the drugs are reimbursed by the state, at least in Lithuania.
Yeah.
So does this work with that system as well? Or?
Yeah. Well, in some cases, yeah, in some cases not, yeah. It's obviously it's not for compensation models. It's for those people that don't have compensation, and there's a lot of them. So, and they are searching for a cheaper drug because they don't have insurance, actually.
Let's share the microphone.
Hi. Okay. So if I understand correctly, in case there's a prescription drug that Lithuanian government considers to be a prescription drug,
Yep.
but it's not a prescription drug in Vietnam, I can buy it in
Yeah,
Lithuania.
you are applying your
So-
prescription, yeah.
Yeah, so don't you see there a conflict of, like, for example, Xanax?
Patents, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a issue with this, of course. I would say our project is the most highest risk today and highest reward project in today's all pitches. But there is no legal case actually in this. There's never been in history.
So far.
So far, actually, yeah. And we want to fight this. We are basically paving a new way for this. It's basically a total innovative business model to buy drugs online. So it's never been done. I hope it will.
Great. Hope so too.
Thank you.
All right, it's going to be a very interesting legal case otherwise. Great. Thank you very much. Great presentation. The risky ones. Okay, SoFinX is getting ready, and next on stage is WatchBuilt. So with a round of applause, WatchBuilt.
Hi, my name is Aya, and this is WatchBuilt. Remember yourself working with piles of documents or large Excels. When I was a CFO in construction company, I was working them a lot. Sometimes I got lost in those, sometimes just got frustrated. As a result of all of this manual work, we as a construction company faced multiple challenges that is still in force today, starting from lack of qualified workforce to loss of profits due to projects being delayed. Construction is a very complex project management where too many parties are involved in the same time, while most of the management is still performed manually. We believe that it should be possible to switch from manual work to fully automated solution. We are developing hardware and software integrating construction site monitoring system. The hardware will take the data from the construction site. Further, our AI software will take the data, create a status report, compare to initial plan, and indicate the differences, what is happening with the project. While using our system, the site manager, instead of walking the site or creating their own status report, would take our daily report, indicate the differences or mistakes in the construction site, take immediate actions. As a result, we expect cost savings, improved profitability, and overall customer satisfaction improvement. Our target market is EU design and build general contractor with initial focus on Scandinavian market. We have agreed with 3 construction companies to do the pilot tests with them once our demo devices will be ready. Our business model consists of 2 parts: charge for the hardware and further subscription of the software, depending on amount of helmets that is used in a site. The market potential in Internet of Things in construction is huge, and it's growing rapidly by 13.9% on average. Our great team consists of 4 professionals, each holding knowledge that is critical for WatchBuilt development. Civil engineering, hardware and software development, market and marketing, as well as management and finances are the knowledge held by our people. I'm confident that this team will bring WatchBuilt to overall success. We are currently developing our demo devices that will be tested with our cooperation partners. We are expecting to launch our full MVP to the market at the end of next year. Now, in the beginning of next year, we will be raising our next investment round of 300,000 euros that will be mostly spent on technical and business development. Let's be green, be digital, and be on time. Thank you.
Thank you for being on time. Now the question time.
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. So is this a standalone platform, or are there any APIs to other companies' existing reporting? Can they compare it in any convenient way?
Well, clearly, for the initial pilot tests, it will be standalone. But the basic feature to be used is building information modeling that needs to be integrated into this, that is becoming mandatory in most of the European countries, which means that our system eventually will be able to cooperate and transfer data from the current systems that they are using to be enabled to use our product.
Thank you.
Many of the processes in construction field are still regulated by the government, at least here in Lithuania. And so to change them, we need to lobby them as well and to change some laws. So can you comment that, how this process with all new data will pop up to existing framework, or it should be changed?
Well, generally, most of the governments, as far as I know, including Latvian one, is converting from paperwork to fully digitalized construction permits. Moreover, BIM as a must is integrated in many countries. Slovenia going there from 2025. Estonia already for government-held projects require BIM. And the BIM problem with building information modeling is when you do the report, the plan initially, then you need to do the follow-up, and that takes huge time. And when we went to the Digital Power exhibition, basically everybody was saying, like, if you do the as-built BIM model for us, we are like satisfied already without even a follow-ups or whatever.
And the partners which are also kind of, building together and so on, they also will be onboarded, or that will be still standalone? Because there are lots of other parts who are working with the construction company. They are building the building itself, yeah? So it will be just the system which every partner should implement?
It will be used by general contractor.
Okay.
Great, and now we are out of time, so thank you very much. Great
Thank you.
presentation. Thank you. Dropla Tech should be getting ready, and next on stage, if we are ready, is SoFinX, a startup. Let's welcome. Let's welcome with a round of applause, guys.
Okay.
Ooh.
Hi everyone, this is Stacy from SoFinX. And as for being in financial market for many years, we have noticed that there are some crucial problems that our partners are facing. Most of retail investors, they are afraid to join the market because they are lacking of the investing knowledge and strategies. And they are overwhelmed with the endless information. Imagine that you want to Google your investment target, and you find that there's a lot of news and speaking different kinds of things because there are too many fraud and also misleading informations. So the learning curve to the retail investor is too complex. In fact, 95% of them are losing money. So this is why, as a data company, we built out a SoFinX, a multi-asset, multi-brokerage social finance ecosystem. So in our platform, we gather tons of strategy providers, including professional investor and AI quantitative trading firm and educator. They connect their trading account and also share the strategy with us. And on the other hand, the strategy users, the retail investor, also the fund manager, they can utilize this data and also to easily observe different kinds of strategies performance and pick out the specific symbol they would like to invest and create a profitable portfolio. Our robot will help them to trade automatically with the brokerage. And within our ecosystem, we gather brokerage firm, financial institution as our clients, and also the fund manager or some professional as our key opinions leader. And for the individual users, they can easily just utilize our data and monetize them. So for SoFinX, we receive the volume-based commission from our clients and also profit share from the winning trade. And in a nutshell, we are a B2B2C wealth management as a services model to the financial market. And with our capability, our merchant can enhance the user engagement, trading volume, and revenue, and also lower the marketing expense. So as for today, we already have 23 global merchants adopted, and also in our platform, our average order per investor is 50 times higher than the traditional brokerage firm. And in our platform, we already proven track that with our user investment winning rate can exceed the 70%. And our last month trading volume already hit $3 billion US. So if everything goes as it is, in the end of this year, our trading volume can hit $10 billion US. And hopefully, in the future, within few years, we can hit the unicorn level. So this is our team. We are glad that we have the really have serial entrepreneur experience founder, and also our team have 45 people, gather the fintech and the traditional professionals in here. So here we are looking for more talent and also more partners to make some revolution to the financial industry. So this is SoFinX. We are from Taiwan, and hope you like it. And please sign it up, and also let SoFinX is your wheels, desire wheels go. Thank you.
Thank you. Great job. Great. Now the questions from the jury. Who wants to start? Yeah.
Again, what about the licensing process? Are you going to apply for a license somewhere?
Yeah, so actually, SoFinX, we have another mother company and called also FinTech, and we help our client to deal with the license. We can help them to apply the FCA in London or also maybe MSB in the US. And so, because we are a B2B2C model, so the licensing needed is by our client. So most of our clients, they are brokerage firm, they already have a license.
So you will allow to participate in the platform only to the license?
We a little bit like a white label solution. So for the retail investor, they only see the logo from their brokerage. But we create this kind of ecosystem because each strategy can share in the multi-brokerage.
Okay, thank you. And one more question, if you allow me. How do you manage that big team of your co-founders?
Oh, sorry, can you say
said
that?
You have 45 professionals as
Yeah.
co-founders.
So because we do have a lot of different kind of business units, and including this kind of data company like SoFinX, and also our previous consulting services, and all our like employees, they are from different countries. For example, we are from Taiwan, and some of our colleagues from China and from London, and we kind of like working remotely and use the OKR to manage that.
One quick question, yeah?
Yeah, just saying, really good, solid, good pitch. Congrats on that. What channels works most for B2B2C, if you can say?
Yeah, in our previous business unit, we already serve like 300 global clients. So we are kind of like in the first step, we are our first adapter, our previous clients. Yeah, and
Great. Now we're good. So thank you very much. Great presentation. A round of applause for SoFinX. Nevaziuoja, team Nevaziuoja should be getting ready. And next on the stage, after the jury is finished with the numbers, is Dropla Tech. So let's welcome Dropla Tech on stage. Come, let's welcome Dropla Tech on stage. A little bit of less. Woo, 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 woo.
Thank you. Landmines, such a distant concept for those who's never faced the atrocities of war or its remnants. You cannot use your land. You're afraid for your children. Fear of missing out. Fear of lost limb. Fear is the mind killer. And this is an everyday reality for nearly 2 million people in Ukraine and even more around the world. So to understand why this area needs rapid modernization, we need a perspective. Only 1% of all potentially contaminated land has been cleared within 2 years' time frame by all combined effort. It's not a competition. It's a call to arms, and Dropla accepts by creating a remote sensing complex for landmine detection and augmented mapping. A complex that is capable to scan and survey 50 hectares per day, 5,000 times more than a manual deminer can. And that is possible by releasing a swarm of UAVs equipped with various remote sensing modalities. Then by applying advanced signal processing algorithms and artificial intelligence, we are able to create highly geo-referenced digital surface map with all threats not only localized, but categorized. And if everything is executed in the middle way scenario and the right capital is deployed at the right stages, there is a substantial opportunity for 100 million euros in revenue. Most of this revenue comes from governmental contracts for landmine detection as a service, hardware sales, and later on, the compute licenses. And we have the right team to do it. We hold this strong motive inside our spirits. We have a proven track record of government relations back in Ukraine. And most importantly, I've managed to identify the most brilliant minds that are on the tip of the scientific spear and made them commit to Dropla. People in this slide has an experience in UAV engineering, UAV mission planning, space engineering, geophysics. We even have a gentleman that helped develop a landmine detection solution for South Korean army. So we're locked and loaded. And to move this thing into motion, I'm looking to attract 325,000 euros at a 3 million euro valuation to streamline it into the beta demonstration in the late March. That's if the money hits the deck by the end of September. So the bottom line is, Europe is militarizing up. And the dual-use companies are going to be the capital carriers for this decade. So when you invest in Dropla, you are in dual use, but you save lives. And that's important. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. Now the questions.
Right. First of all, thank you for doing this. So it's super important. So you mentioned this very important part. If it's the right timing, so as it was on slide, right? So. Yeah. And on your ask is 300,000 euros roughly, so it's a significant low amount in what you're trying to achieve, here. So just how not to lose this timing, and what would be this next step that you see, because you need to cover
absolutely
a lot of things.
I understand. I'm looking for this amount to kick off the R&D teams that I've been talking about, because we have 3,100 euros in soft funding pipeline to be released in Q1 2024. And we're also in the process of applying to European Innovation Fund to obtain grant for 1.5 million. So I believe that Europe should support those kind of initiatives. And this small private equity round needed to get the gears going.
For presentation, and the question still is kind of similar, I would say. So what's the final date when your product could reach the market? And this is one question, and the next question, how to make it faster? Because I guess, this is the question. Do we have time?
We can do it in 1 year. The main reason for this complex is the capability of a system to detect and recognize the spectral profiles of the landmines. Therefore, we need a huge amount of training data to train the machine to recognize those signatures. And to have this kind of data sets, we need to build a proving grounds, which are already in motion in Ukraine and now supported by the government of Denmark as well. So we will have these 2 facilities where we will get these 2 proving grounds to get the training data sets. And that's going to be streamlined into this final solution. This is the main bottleneck.
Great. Thank you. Thank you very much. The time is just finished now. So thank you, Dropla. Very meaningful purpose. Best of luck. Vocal image should be getting ready. And next on stage is Nevaziuoja. So a round of applause for Nevaziuoja.
Hey, everyone. Do you remember the last time your car broke down with a serious problem and you had to find a car workshop? First of all, you probably browsed online for at least an hour just to find a car workshop that would be either in a convenient location or would provide the services that you need. Then you had to make at least a dozen of phone calls to those workshops that makes you feel stupid because you don't really know all the car words, or you are beginning to feel how the anxiety is kicking in because you know jack shit about cars and you think that you will get scammed. And you have to repeat this process hour and hour again with different workshops. And for what? Just to find out the time when you can arrive, and usually not even the price? Well, that's not even the end of the problems. Car workshops also really suffer from poor online presence and weak customer service, so they have difficulties attracting new clients, and they don't really have modern business management tools. So far, we have visited in person 150 workshops. 65% of those workshops still manage their business either with a white sheet of paper or a whiteboard. Those pictures that you see in the slides we took those pictures ourselves, so you could actually see how they manage their business day to day. That's why we have created a modern car repair marketplace, a tool that allows clients to easily find the best car workshop for them by price, time, rating, location, the services you need, and book online 24/7. And for car workshops, an all-in-one management software that allows them to easily manage client bookings, reminders, invoices, marketing, analytics, and part stock, all in one place. In our 4 operation months, we managed to achieve 9K GMV, 100 workshops have already joined us, 150 bookings completed, established in Vilnius and actively expanding to Kaunas. Also, we are seeing great unit economics. We monetize this by charging workshops 20% fee for first client order per year, and the software transitions from freemium up to 2K per year. The price for clients is free. The market size in EU alone is 200 billions, and that leaves us with a staggering 20 billion net revenue opportunity. We have a competitive advantage that we are first to market for car repair marketplaces. We will lock in workshops with our freemium software. We will leverage the data mode from our completed bookings, and we will offer modern UX for superior booking experience. This is our competition worldwide. As you can see, we are the only ones that are creating an all-encompassing, truly modern car repair solution. Why we are a great team to execute this? We have 10 years of experience in software development, 9 in user interface designs, 6 in recruitment, HR, and management. Also, we are backed by a great advisory team that has worked with companies such as Treatwell, Watergraph, and Google. We are planning to raise and scale in 4 to 6 months. Therefore, we want to connect with VCs that understand marketplaces. If you are one of those VCs, let's chat. Thank you. I'm Rokas from Nevaziuoja.
Thank you, Rokas. Let's head straight to the questions.
Thanks for the presentation. Yes, so you mentioned that the pricing is, the SaaS pricing ranges from freemium to 2,000 ECV.
Yes.
So what are the determinants, whether it's a freemium or up to?
It depends on how heavily they use the software. Because to enter new markets, we want to have a free tool that we can give them just like a drug. They can try for free, really like it. And after they do, when they really start using the software and we see that like they are locked into it, then we can start talking about monetizing it.
So depending how many customer traction they received, you increase the price accordingly?
So I can't say like we have like a specifically exact model right now. We have a few ideas in mind, but the best one basically would be just track like the indicators that we get in terms of data, how much how heavily they are using it, and then monetize on that.
Thank you.
Thanks. I'm not going to challenge the marketplaces. I believe that you know from your advisor that it's tough, but I'll challenge a bit this vertical. If you go to this Žirmūnai FX Auto, you may probably hear that for the last 10 years, every quarter, there coming a new player trying to solve this problem. So we've seen many, many attempts by trying to solve actually, this vertical, and we see many fails. So the question is, why you succeed actually? Because it's actually didn't solve yet. So
yeah, so I would say the number one is the team, and the second of all, we are just probably 10 times more hungry than they were.
One last question. Who wants to do it? Yeah.
Coming back maybe to the last question. So the previous attempts, they were not successful. Do you know why and what you will change? Because just goodwill will not change the things, probably.
I would think that it was the team. You're probably talking about car, I'm guessing. So I'm guessing that it's going to be just simply the team, because we explored their product, we talked with the partners that actually use their product, and we didn't really receive lots of positive feedback. Just many things failed. Well, also, we learned from those things because they actually told us, okay, those guys came to us, they did this and this and this, we didn't really like that, and we said, okay, we are definitely not gonna do that. So that's also kind of an advantage because someone was already there, they made their mistakes, and we can learn from them.
Great, thank you very much. A round of applause for Nevaziuoja. Thank you, Rokas. A few more startups coming up. EMHANCE is getting ready, and now, if the jury has put their evaluations in the table, I would like to invite Vocal Image on stage. A round of applause for Vocal Image.
Hi, my name is Nick. I'm from Vocal Image, and we've created AI coach for communication skills. We have 100K in MRR, 1 million in total revenue. Our year-over-year growth is above 500%, and we are a team of 6. We are awesome. Communication skills cost a lot of money, and the only available choice is training with a coach, but it is expensive, time-consuming, and sometimes even embarrassing. With Vocal Image, you can improve your voice and boost your communication skills. How does it work? Users record their voice with the phone. We analyze their voice, and based on that analysis, we give them personal training plan. Follow this plan, improve your communication skills, and improve your life. We have strong unit economics, and our users unlock features and content with subscriptional access. Our conversion rate from installation to customer is 9%. And this number is 3 times better than average on the market. And for example, Headspace had 4% in 2018. 1 year ago, when I was pitching somewhere at this building, we had 20K in MRR. And right now, we are 5 times bigger. Historically, communication skill coaching was available in B2B mostly. Rich companies could hire expensive coaches for their top-level employees, but not anymore. We made it affordable for everybody and left behind most of competitors in mobile markets. But we are not stopping here. We are developing AI voice filters to eliminate communication challenges without trading. Forget about hours with coaches and mobile apps. Just speak naturally, and AI does the rest. Our team has all the necessary skills. Our voice guru trained C-level specialists from all over the world and works with Warner Brothers Studio. Our growth marketer stands behind success of Joom and Lensa AI. And our CTO is the first one who created AI for voice evaluation. I'm personally without any public speaking experience, but with hard vocal image training managed to win quite a bit pitch competition. So technology definitely works. And with current metrics, we're approaching break-even, and this is the perfect time for us to fundraise, to accelerate our growth even more. We're raising 3 million to reach 100 million in ARR in the next 6 years. Our mission is to build the best tool for communication skills. So just imagine if people of all races, genders, or ages, no matter their financial status or location, can speak clearly, with a beautiful voice, without accents, speech disorders, or any communication challenges. My name is Nick. I am from Vocal Image, and to reach me to become part of this story. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. The questions?
Great pitch, as usual.
Thank you very
much. But I was wondering which languages do you cover, and how difficult is it to expand into other languages?
Right now, Vocal Image is available in 4 languages. This is English, Spanish, Ukrainian, and Russian. Our training is completely language agnostic, but difference is coming when we speak about accents and pronunciation. Their language matters.
Yeah, thank you for one more beautiful pitch. I have this kind of question which I think I want to ask. So you come here, you win all the pitching competitions, so why this year you came here to pitch? With all the traction you have, with all the success you have, you can go to any VC and raise this 3 million easily. So why you come here today?
First of all, it's quite fun to speak from the stage and to keep me informed of pitching. And the second reason, because huge density of relevant investors located in this building, and I just save my time to approaching everybody at the same time.
A little bit related question, maybe. So, great metrics, congrats. But with those metrics, I think that you can allow your team to grow already, even without the investment. So I would challenge why 6, if I understood correctly, the six people only.
6 people, and we are approaching break-even. And the biggest problem for us is that to test a lot of hypotheses is quite expensive because we're testing a lot. And the next future milestone for us is to unlock B2B market with that voice filters. And for improving LTV, for improving retention of the customers and unlock B2B market, we need quite more money.
Great, thank you. We are out of time already, so thank you very much, Nick. Vocal Image, once again, thank you. Yes, and now we have our final presentation of the 5th batch, so final presentation of the batches. EMHANCE is next on stage. With a round of applause, our final speaker here.
Hi, so my name is Yasmina, and I'm here to tell you a story. Not that kind of a story, although we would all enjoy it, but rather a story of a patient. This is Mr. S. For the past few years, he's been suffering from fatigue, cognitive and muscle dysfunction, so he decided to go to the hospital. The results of his MRI revealed that he has multiple sclerosis, which means that his life will soon change. So what does his normal day look like? Well, on a good day, Mr. S would wake up, he would take his pills, and he would somewhat be able to resume his normal daily activities. But on a bad day, Mr. S would wake up, and he would not be feeling so well. His brain would be foggy, and his muscles wouldn't function. He would then decide to go to the hospital to get a corticosteroid injection, come back home, still have to take those pills, but his symptoms wouldn't go away. He would then realize it just one of those days and decide to go back to bed. Mr. S is 1 out of every 5 people in this world that are suffering from neurological disorders. The cost of care for these people in European Union alone has reached 1 trillion euros per year. So what if things could be different? What if things could change? What if Mr. S could wake up, put on a hat, and resume his normal activities? Wouldn't that be great? Introducing EMHANCE, a non-invasive device that uses electromagnetic fields for treatment and remote monitoring of patients with brain disorders. It consists of sensors and emitters that are connected in feedback loop for real-time modification of the treatment protocol. But how does it work? Well, let's imagine our neuron being like the road on which a car is traveling. When someone has a neurological disorder, this road is filled with road bumps, meaning that the car cannot travel as fast nor as far as it would like to. When EMHANCE comes in, it knocks these roadblocks out of the way, allowing the car to propagate at normal speed for normal distances. But let's get down to business. The size of our market is 538 billion euros, and the main players are Medtronic, Abbott Laboratories, Johnson & Johnson, and Siemens. Our main revenue streams will be sales of hardware and software, B2B or B2G. But how are we different from our competition? Well, to put it plainly, we consider ourselves to be the memory foam mattresses to their spring mattresses, meaning that we are personalized to each patient in real time. We developed this idea in 2017, and 2019 obtained R&D funding to build and test a proof-of-concept prototype on cell cultures. 2022 published our patent application, and just recently entered national and regional phases. We're currently raising 400,000, out of which we've already secured 20% to build an animal prototype. With this, we will be on track to reach clinical trials in 2027. But who is this we? That would be me, Dinko, and Philip. I'm an expert in electromagnetism and biophysics of the nervous system. That was literally what my PhD was on. Then we have Dinko. He's a medical doctor with over 20 years of experience. And we have Philip, who is our main medical devices and hardware guy. Join us in empowering healthcare to enrich lives. I'm Yasmina from EMHANCE, and thank you for listening.
Thank you. Great presentation. Thank you very much. Now the questions.
The first question, how many rounds you still need to raise until the product is, usable?
Yeah, so we're predicting that we're going to need to go for seed, Series A, and Series B in order for the product to be launched to market.
So 3 more rounds, yeah? Or 4 more
seed,
rounds?
3 rounds, and then market.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you for the presentation. I'm worried about IP, which is really, really a hard topic in health tech. So do you cooperate with universities or other science institutions, and how do you share the IP?
No, the IP is fully in the company. The IP is fully ours. 100% of the IP is in the company. The IP was developed independent of a university, so there's no claims to the IP. We are currently, a part of our current funding raise is to do a more specialized patent application. We currently have a very broad patent application. Our claims have been evaluated very well. We got a very positive response from the WIPO, so the World Patent Organization. And now we're just going to keep getting more patents. That's our goal.
One last question. Anyone? No. Looks good, right? It was good. Thank you very much. Great presentation. Round of applause.